This is OwlUp, where learning happens in minutes, not hours. For a deeper journey, explore all our courses at owlup.co. Now, let's dive in. Welcome to Chapter 3 of How Your Legal Rights Actually Work, where we're diving into the world of consumer protection and what happens when that perfect purchase turns out to be anything but. We'll break down the actual laws that have your back when you're dealing with defective products, sneaky return policies, and those companies that seem to think buyer beware means they can get away with anything. Let's get into it. You've probably used powerful consumer protection laws without realizing it. A refunded airline ticket, a replaced phone, a bank reversing a sketchy charge. Those tiny wins hint at a bigger puzzle. How far should the law go in rescuing us from our own purchases? Those easy wins, the refund that quietly arrives, the gadget swap at the register, sit on top of a surprisingly dense legal scaffold. Behind every no questions asked return is a web of rules most of us never see. Statutes, agency policies, court decisions, even settlement agreements that quietly reshape store policies overnight. Think less store being nice, more store reading the room and the law. In this episode, we'll peel back what's actually happening when a product flops, an ad overpromises, or a digital subscription won't let you go. We'll follow the life cycle of a purchase like a relay race baton, from the sales page to your doorstep to the moment you decide to keep, fix, or fight it, and see which player, merchant, bank, regulator, or judge, is holding it when things go wrong. What makes this relay interesting is that the rules change depending on what you buy and how you buy it. A $20 toaster from a neighborhood shop, a used car from a dealership, a digital game from an app store, a flight booked through a travel site, they all trigger slightly different legal tracks. Some rules kick in before you pay, limits on dark patterns and checkout flows. Others the moment money moves, card network protections, and others only when you complain. Think of it like a layered music mix. Different instruments fade in or out as the purchase plays on. Start with the moment you first see the thing you might buy. Before money changes hands, a whole set of rules is already in play, especially around how companies talk to you. Truth in advertising laws say, you can hype, but you can't lie. The Federal Trade Commission, FTC, and state attorneys general can go after ads that are deceptive or unfair, whether that's a fake, limited time clock, buried subscription terms, or influencer posts that look organic but are actually paid. That's why you now see #ad and sponsored tags, and why weight loss teas can't quietly imply you'll drop 20 pounds by Tuesday. Then come disclosures, the fine print that's supposed to be readable enough for a normal person. Credit card offers have to show APRs in a standardized way. Car dealers have to give you a window sticker with key facts. Online sellers have to be upfront about recurring charges. You're not required to read any of this, but the law requires that you could. Once you actually buy, a different layer fades in: warranties and product quality rules. Even if a box says nothing about a warranty, the implied warranty of merchantability means the thing is at least fit for ordinary use. Headphones should play audio, a chair should support you, a space heater shouldn't melt on day 2. Companies can limit or tweak this, but can't just pretend it doesn't exist when they've made written promises. Big-ticket items often bring special protections. State lemon laws lean hard on car manufacturers if a new vehicle spends too much time in the shop for serious defects. Many states force fast-track arbitration or replacement so a dangerously defective car doesn't linger in your driveway as everyone argues. Parallel to that, your payment method opens its own safety hatch. Credit and some debit cards let you dispute charges when goods never arrive, show up broken, or don't match the description. Behind the scenes, banks and card networks run quasi-legal mini-courts, shifting money back and forth based on evidence, long before anyone thinks about filing a lawsuit. Think about what happens after the obvious fixes fail. Your package never shows up, customer support ghosts you, and the dispute form feels like shouting into the void. This is where the deeper layers kick in. Agencies and courts that don't care about your individual order so much as the pattern it might reveal. One complaint about a sketchy subscription box might get you a form email. A cluster of nearly identical complaints, can't cancel, keeps charging, terms were hidden, can trigger an investigation that rewrites how that entire industry signs people up. When regulators sue, they're often less interested in getting you $39 back and more in forcing the company to change its scripts, interfaces, and refund logic for millions of future customers. Private lawsuits work the same way, at a different scale. A single defect in your smart thermostat is annoying. A design flaw in a whole product line can turn into a class action that quietly funds replacements, extended warranties, or buyback programs years later. Your protections won't stand still while shopping moves into headsets, apps, and AI chats. Expect fights over whether buying a movie or game means it can vanish if a platform shuts down, and whether you can open up a gadget like you'd lift a car hood. Deepfake call center scams may push banks and platforms to treat voice the way airports treat passports, something that must be verified, not just heard. As rules harden abroad, U.S. companies may quietly upgrade protections everywhere. Your challenge this week: treat one purchase like a mini investigation. Before you buy, screenshot the ad. When it arrives, save the receipt and any warranty or app screens. If something's off, test every remedy you can. Store help, platform tools, card dispute. By the end, you'll see which gears actually turn when your money leaves your account. This was OwlUp, your daily step forward. To keep learning with structured courses and more insights, go to owlup.co. Until tomorrow!